Okay, for task number 1, I will use 1941 router RTA, 2 switches, 2960, 2 PCs, PC2 and PC1. Okay, switch 1, switch 2, and use the connections according the addressing table. RTA router is using gigabit 00, gigabit 01, okay, gigabit 00 up here the network number 10 and gigabit 01 network number 20. Okay, up here gigabit 00 connected to switch number 1 and use any port on the switch, for example gigabit 01 and gigabit 01 connected to switch number 2 on any port gigabit 01 for example, and connect the PCs using any port to the PCs, any port. Apply basic configurations to RTA. Okay, hostname and banner for the router, passwords, IP addressing and descriptions. Okay, RTA router, command line interface. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? No. Enter. Enable configure terminal. The host name is RTA. Okay, according the addressing table. Okay, host name ready. The banner message of the day. For example, unauthorized access is prohibited. Okay, banner is ready. And line passwords, okay, for line console and line BTY. Line console 0. Password Cisco. Okay, says Cisco. Enter. Don't forget login mandatory, and go to line BTY. All lines from 0 to 15, 16 lines. Password Cisco login. Okay, and finally, and exit and encrypted password class. This should be the enable password. So enable secret class. Okay. IP addressing and descriptions on LAN interfaces. Okay, first gigabit 00 interface gigabit 00. Description. Okay, for example, LAN 20, LAN 10, IP addressing. IP address 10, 10, 10, 1, 255, 255, 255, 0. Okay, this is the IP address and subnet mask and no shutdown. Okay, very nice. Now configure gigabit 01. Up arrow to repeat previous commands interface gigabit 01, up arrow to search description, LAN 20 for example, IP address 10.10.20.1, no shutdown, very nice, exit. Okay, ready, save configuration. Okay, go to privilege exit mode. Okay, you are on global configuration mode when you see config with exit. Now you are on privilege exit mode. Copy running config startup config. Enter. Configure PCs, PC1 and PC2 according the addressing table. Okay, test connectivity, telnet. Okay, configure PC1 and IP configuration. Use this IP address, subnet mask and default gateway. Okay, very nice. Subnet mask, default gateway. Very nice. PC2. .20.10, 255.255.0, default gateway 20.1. Okay, verify connectivity from PC1 to PC2 or from PC1 ping to its default gateway of PC1 is 10.10.10.1 is this gigabit 00 on router 10.10.10.1. Very nice. Another interface on router 10.10.22 10.10.22, and finally from PC1 to PC2. PC2 is 10.10.20.10. Success. Very nice, my friends, all very good. And telnet. Okay, from PC1 close command prompt, open telnet, use telnet protocol and the router IP address of any interface. In this case I will use this 10.10.10.1. connect. Line BTY password is Cisco enable class. Very nice. Exit. No. Okay. Now configure switch 1 for remote management. Okay, according the addressing table. IP address, default gateway, save configurations. Okay, configure this IP address on VLAN 1, on switch 1, command line interface, enter, enable, configure terminal. I will configure a host name SW1. Okay, on interface VLAN 1, VLAN 1 is a virtual interface. VLAN 1, not physical interface. Virtual interface, enter, configure this IP address and subnet mask. IP address 10.10.10.2, subnet mask, no shutdown, exit and configure the default gateway. IP default gateway 10.10.10.1. Very nice. Okay, you can do this also on switch number 2. But for now, configure remote management for switch 1, for this switch 1. For remote management, you need the IP address, the default gateway, and line VTY configuration for telnet access. Okay, line VTY 0 to 15, password Cisco, login is mandatory. Okay, exit. Also, you can configure enable password, enable secret class, for example. So you can test the from PC1 you can access using telnet protocols to switch 1. From PC1, okay, telnet protocol, IP address of the switch 10.10.10.2 connect, password Cisco, enable class. Okay, very nice. Exit. Now, okay, gather information with show commands. And gather information from show interface command output. Okay, this should be done on the router. Okay, show IP interface brief. RTA router, show IP interface brief. Okay, then which commands display the status of the port? Okay, and okay, use the three commands. Show interfaces. Space, space, space. Okay, and show IP interface. Show IP interface. When you see more, use space to see the next page. Okay, space, space, space. Okay. Yeah. Okay, which commands display the status of the port? Okay, and show IP interface brief. You can see the status of the port up, up. Show interfaces also shows the status of the port is up. Gigabit 00, gigabit 01 is up. You can see the status. And show IP interfaces is up. Gigabit 00, gigabit 01 is up. Okay, the three commands. Which command shows only the IP address, not subnet mask or prefix. Okay, show IP interface brief only shows the IP address, not subnet mask. Show interfaces is showing the IP, also the subnet mask. Show IP interface is showing the IP and also the subnet mask. This is the subnet mask, but in prefix notation. Okay. Okay, so the answer here is show IP interface brief shows only the IP address, not subnet mask or prefix. Which command displays the description configure on the interface? Okay, up here, show IP interface, no descriptions, show interfaces, description. Show interfaces is showing the description. Show IP interface no description. Okay, so the answer is only show interfaces command displays the description. Which command displays the IP broadcast address? Okay, show IP interface brief, no broadcast, show interfaces, no broadcast, show IP interface, broadcast address. So the answer is show IP interface is the only command that displays the IP broadcast address. Which command displays the MAC address of the interface? No MAC address. Show interfaces, MAC address. Show IP interface, no MAC address, no information about MAC address. So the answer for the last is show interfaces. Okay, gather information from IP root command. Show IP root connected. Okay, show IP root. Okay, show IP root connected. Okay. How many networks are known by the router based on the output of the show IP root command? Okay, two networks, this one and this another, two networks. The letter C, the connected networks, two. What does the L at the beginning of the lines within the routing table represent? Okay, L is local, represent the host IP address of the interface. C represent the network address of the interface, but L show the host address, the host IP address of the interface. That is the difference. What does 32 prefix list in the routing table indicate? This is the prefix 32 for the local interfaces. Okay, 32 represent only one host. Okay, only one IP address for this interface. Only one IP address for this interface. Okay, task number 2. Okay, use routers 1841, 3 routers, 3 switches, 2 PCs, 1 server, and locate the problem, replace, upgrade, install, determine the solution, implement the solution, ping from PC1 to the server, open a web connection to the server. Okay, and use router 1841, R1, R2, R3. Okay, switches 2960, S1, S2, S3. Okay, add the serial interfaces on R1. H weak 2T. Okay, this serial interface, serial high speed 1 interface. Slot 0. Okay, first power off. Place the card. Power on. The same process on other routers. Okay, very good, my friends. And okay, according to the addressing table, do the following for R1 gigabit for the LAN and serial interface for the connection to router number 2, and router number 2 also use the serial 00. Okay, and the R1 use should be gigabit 00. Okay, in this case, if you will use gigabit 00, use 1941 router, not 1841. Okay, you can change 1941 router to use gigabit interfaces like this, gigabit 00, gigabit 01. Okay, anyway, I will use fast Ethernet 00. Okay, fast Ethernet 00 to the switch, any port on the switch, any port. Okay, if you want to use gigabit 00, use 1941 router. Okay, serial interface, serial DCE, serial 000 to serial 000. Okay, on R2, use fast Ethernet 00 for LAN, fast Ethernet 00 for LAN, any port on the switch, and from serial 001 on R2 to serial 001 on R3. Use serial DCE cable, serial 001 on R2, serial 001 on R3. On R3, fast Ethernet 00 for LAN interface, fast Ethernet 00 for LAN, for the LAN, any port connected on the switch. Okay, very nice, my friends. And PC1. Okay, PC1. I will use -1 because PC1 is here. Use something like PC1-1 to differentiate from any port to the switch. From fast Ethernet on the PC, connected any port on the switch. Another PC, this PC-2, the server, any port on the switch to PC, any port on the switch to the server. Okay, very nice. And configure this addressing. Okay. Okay, the labels on the topology are the network addresses. You know there is a difference between network addresses and host addresses. On the topology, the network addresses to configure the host addresses for the addressing table for the interfaces. Okay, fields are one, command line interface. Would you like to enter initial configuration dialog? No. And enable configure terminal. I will use a hostname to differentiate R1. Interface facet 00. Configure first this IP and subnet mask. IP address 172.31.11.255.255.258. Okay, no shutdown. Serial interface. Okay, use up arrow to repeat commands. 194 subnet mask 252. No shutdown. Okay, now configure R2. R2. Now enable configure terminal hostname R2. Interface facet00. This IP address 172.31.01.255.255.255.0. Okay, no shutdown. Very nice. And serial interfaces. Serial 000. IP address 172.31.1.193. Subnet mask 252. Don't forget no shutdown. Serial 001. Okay, serial 001, IP address 172.31.197, 252, no shutdown. Okay, this is ready. You can review to be sure. Okay, very nice. Now configure R3 interfaces. 2 interfaces on R3. Now enable configure terminal, hostname R3, interface facet 00, IP address 172.1.129.255.255.255.182. Okay, this interface 172.31. Very nice. Enter, no shutdown. Don't forget. And finally, serial 001. Okay, and okay, it's not serial 000, it's serial 001. Okay, and IP address 172.31.198.252. Okay, enter, no shutdown. Okay, review. Very nice. Now configure PC1, PC2, and server. PC1 72.31 126 255 255 128. Default gateway 1 Okay, review. Very nice. PC-2 0 254 subnet mask default gateway 01. Okay, server and 190 subnet mask default gateway 129. Review. Very nice. Okay, but being from PC1 to the server, web connection. Okay. To permit the connectivity from PC1 to the server, from PC1 to PC2, implement routing, dynamic or static routing. Okay, I will use dynamic routing for this. For example, RIP or OSPF. Okay, because if you use PC1, I can ping my neighbors. The neighbor or PC1 is router R1. Okay, router R1 and fast Ethernet interface, fast Ethernet 00 interface. To fast Ethernet interface on router R1. Very nice. But you will not be able to ping another routers or remote PCs or servers. For example, the IP address of the server is this 190. Okay, destination host unreachable. Destination host unreachable. So that's why you need to implement dynamic routing or static routing. I will use dynamic routing, for example, R1. On R1 exit, on global configuration mode, use, for example, RIP, okay? Router RIP version 2, no auto dash summary, and configure the networks. For R1, two networks, this 172.31.192 and 172.31.10. For R1, two networks. If you want to see, do the following command, do show IP route connected. And now you can see both 172.31.10 and 172.31.192. network 172.31.10 and 92. Very nice. Now configure R2, exit global configuration mode, router RIP, version 2, no auto summary. And for R2, three networks, 172.31.1, 192, 172.31.00, and 172.31.1, 196. These are the directly connected networks, three directly connected networks. You can verify, do show IP route connected. Okay, and you can see the three networks 00, 1, 192, 1, 196. Okay, the three networks. Okay, configure network 172.31.00, 172.31.1, 192, 172.31.1, 196, and finally R3. Okay, R3, exit router RIP version 2, no auto summary, do show IP route connected, should be 2, configure network 172.31.1, 128, 196, and now ping from PC1 to the server. Remember, this is the IP address of the server, 190. Success, very nice. You can repeat. Okay, also use web access, web browser, and access to the server using web. To the IP address of the server. Very nice. Completed. Okay, provide a screenshot. Okay, of this screenshot of this. Okay, now VLSM design and implementation. Configure a default route, RIP version 2, and network statements, passive interfaces, verify full connectivity. Okay, this is the final exercise. Okay, task number 3. Okay, I will use 1941 routers. 1941. Okay, this okay, and this should be building 1. This should be building 2. The switches, 4 switches. Okay, ASW1, ASW2, ASW3, ASW4. Okay. The PCs host C, host B, host A, host D. The serial interfaces for serial connection, V1, high speed 1 interface card on slot 0, V2, okay, the connections, okay, gigabit 00, okay, for this side, for V2 use gigabit 00, any port on the switch, V2 on this another side use gigabit 01, for V1 on this side use gigabit 01, any port on the switch, V1 gigabit 00 connected to switch 1, any port. The serial connection, remember, use the serial DCE cable, serial 000 to serial 000. Very nice. And the requirements, 6 hosts, 60 hosts here, 30 hosts, 14 hosts, and obviously for the serial connection, only 2 hosts. Okay, only 2 hosts. And the base network address is 10.11.40.80. 10.11.40.80, prefix 24. Very nice. And complete the addressing table and the network addresses or subnet table. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 networks or subnets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Chain 11.40.80. 10.11.40.80. Okay, the first 2 octets here, 10, 11, first octet, second octet, the third octet in binary. Okay, 48 in binary. Okay, this is 48 in binary. and 0 in binary, 8 zeros. Okay, very nice. And start with the highest number of hosts is 60. This is 60. 62 is very nice for 60. Okay, so the subnet mask should be here. Okay, so the network will be 10, 11, 10, 11. Okay, this is for 60 hosts. 10, 11, 10, 11. This is 48, 48. This is 0. This is 0. And the subnet mask, okay, 8 bits plus 8 bits, 16 bits plus 8 bits, 24 bits, 25, 26. 26 prefix. And 26 prefix is 26 prefix is 255, 255, 255, 192. Okay. Now copy this this section, the green section, copy and fill the remaining spaces with ones. Now this is the broadcast. Okay, 10, 11, 48. 10, 11, 48. And this number is 63. Okay, this number is 63. 63. Use the same subnet mask 26 or same prefix 26. Now, and you can allow the first IP host and last IP host. The first IP host, copy this, one next to the network. If network is 0, first IP host is 1. And the last IP host is 1 before the broadcast. If broadcast is 63, last IP host should be 62. Okay, ready. Now continue with the next highest number is 30. 30. Okay. The next number in binary. Okay, for this, the next number in binary. 10, 11. Okay, the next number in binary of this, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you have 6 ones, the next number in binary is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Okay, in binary, the next number of 6 ones is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Okay, and then this is the network address, but for 30, this is very nice, 30. Okay, 30. Okay, 30. And the subnet, okay, 30 for 30 hosts is very good. So the subnet mask should be here. Okay, 30 is very good. So the subnet mask should be this. Okay, so this is the network address 10.11.48, 10.11.48. This is 64. Prefix 27. Why? 8 bits plus 8 bits, 16 bits plus 8 bits, 24 bits, 25, 26, 27. Okay. The broadcast, copy the green section, the green region, and fill the remaining spaces with ones. Okay, so the broadcast is 10.11.48, 10.11.48. This number is 64 plus 31. 64 plus 31 is 95. The same prefix 27. The same prefix 27, 27. Okay, very nice. And allow the first IP host, one next to the network. If network is 64, first IP is 65. Allow the last IP host. If broadcast is 95, last IP host is 94. One last IP host is 1 before the broadcast. Very nice. And next, 14 hosts, 6 and 2. 14 hosts, 6 and 2. And do the same process. Okay, and the next number for this 10, 11. Okay, if you have 5 ones, the next number in binary is 1 followed by 5 zeros. Okay, this is the you need 14 hosts, so this number is perfect, 14. So the subnet mask should be this. This is the network 10, 11, 48, 96. 10, 11, 48, 96. Prefix, okay, 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. This is the network address. Copy this section, follow it, fill the remaining spaces with ones. And this is the broadcast. Okay, this number is 96 plus 15. Okay, 111. Very nice. Allow the first IP host. Last IP host. Very nice. Now the next number. Okay, the next number for this 10, 11. If you have 4 ones in binary, the next number in binary is 1 followed by 4 zeros. Okay, you need 6 hosts. This is a perfect number, 6. So the subnet mask should be this. This is the network. 10, 11, 48. This number is 112. Okay, 64 plus 32, 96 plus 16, 112. The prefix is 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, copy this to allow the broadcast and fill the remaining spaces with ones. So the broadcast is 112 plus 7 is 119. Okay. I allow the first IP host 113, the last IP host 118. Very nice. And finally, 2 hosts. Allow the next number. If you have 3 ones in binary, the next number in binary is 1 followed by 3 zeros. Very good. 2 hosts. This is a perfect number. So the subnet mask should be this. Okay, this is the network address should be 120, prefix 30. Okay, this is 120. Allow the broadcast, copy this, fill the remaining spaces with ones. So the broadcast is 123. The first IP host is 121. The last and second IP host is 122. Very nice. This is completed. For okay, for 60 hosts. Okay, for 60 hosts, this is the network. Okay, for 30 hosts is this. For 14 hosts, 96. And don't forget the prefixes. Be careful. For 6 hosts, 112. And for the one link, the 2 hosts, 120. prefix 30. And finally, you can complete this table. Host D, number of hosts needed 60. Network address and CIDR. CIDR is the prefix. Is this? Okay. First usable address is 1. Last usable is this 62 for 60 hosts. For 60 hosts. For the A0, for the A1, for the A0, for the A1, 62 and 63. 62, 63. Okay, now host B. Host B, this is this 30 hosts. Network is this. Obviously, the first is next to the network, 65. If network address is 64, first is 65. Okay, 64, 65, 94, 95. 94, 95. Look at the prefix 27. So you can fill this table. Okay, host A, 14 hosts. This is the network address, and so on. Okay, and also you can fill this. This should be building 1 is this B1 and building 2 B2. Okay, for gigabit 00 use the first IP. Okay, for router interfaces, I will use the first IP host. For example, the gigabit 00 on B2. If network is 112, I will use the first on this interface 113. Okay, for PC or for switch ASW3, you can use 14. Okay, for example, for the switch can be 114. For PC 115. Okay, and so remember this is router building 2. On gigabit 000 use 113. Okay, building 2 gigabit 000 113. 10 11 48 10 11 48 113. Prefix 29. 29 prefix is 255, 255, 255, 248. 255, 255, 255, 248. And ASW3 114. ASW3 10 11 48 114. Same subnet mask in this local area network, so it should be this 48 248, and the default gateway is this interface 113. And for host C is 115. For host C 115, same subnet mask in this local area network and same default gateway. Also, you can do this for 60 hosts network. On building to gigabit 001, you can use the first. If network is 0, the first is 1, the second for the switch, and the third for the PC. You can use any order, but I'm using this order. Okay, gigabit 01 on building 2 is 1. Building 2, gigabit 01, 10, 11. Okay, 10, 10, 11, 48, 1. For 26, the subnet mask is 192. And ASW4 should be 2, same subnet mask. The default gateway is the router interface, number 1, and host D, the same as the switch, but the difference is number 3, same subnet mask and the same default gateway. Very nice, and you can fill this table. Building 1, if network is 64, this can be 65, switch 66, host B 67. Okay, use any order, but I'm using this if this network is 96, router is 97, switch 98, PC 99. Okay, and this network only has 2 hosts. If network is 120, this side can be 121, this another side 122. And then configure the interfaces, routers, switches, PCs, and use RIP version 2. Okay. Okay, V1. No enable configure terminal hostname V1. Interface on this side gigabit 01. IP address 10, 11, 48, 65. 255, 255, 255, 27 prefixes to 24. Shut down. Okay, the another side, gigabit 00. Okay, and IP address 97 prefix 28. 97 prefix 28 is 240. Okay, enter. No shutdown. Okay, verify. The serial interface serial 000. Okay, 121 prefix 30 is 252. No shutdown. Okay, verify. Okay, V2. No enable configure terminal hostname V2 interface gigabit 00 IP address. This IP 113 10.11.48 113 prefix ends with 248. No shutdown. Then another interface gigabit 01 IP address is 1. 26 is 192. 192.1. Okay, this interface gigabit 01 IP1 prefix 26 IP1 prefix 26 is 192. Not shut down. Serial interface serial 000. Okay, the IP address is 122. Okay, this IP 122. 252 prefix 30 is 252. No shutdown. Okay, configure the PCs. Host C 10.11.48 115 29 55 55 55 48 and default gateway 115. Host D is number 3. Prefix 26 is 192. Default gateway is 1. Host B 67. 27 prefix 224. Default gateway 65. Okay, host A IPv4 address is for the host 899. Subnet mask prefix is 28 240. Default gateway 97. Okay, configure RIP version 2. Passive interfaces, network statements. Okay, go to building 1. Exit. In global configuration mode, router RIP version 2. No auto summary. Do show IP route connected. Do show IP route connected. Okay, 3 networks, very nice. 1, 2, and 3. Network. Passive interface. LAN interfaces gigabit 0 0 and gigabit 0 0 1, gigabit 0 0 1 and 0 0. Okay, and now building 2. Exit router RIP version 2 no auto summary do show IP route connect 3 1 2 and 3 configure network statements SIP interface gigabit 00 gigabit 01 verify full connectivity from host C, for example ping host D number 3 and 10 11 48 3. Very nice, success. Now ping host B 67. Very good. Okay, host A 99. Very nice. Very good. And now ping to switch, for example, switch ASW1, but first configure the switch with IP address and default gateway. Enable configure terminal host name to identify ASW1. Okay, interface VLAN 1, configure on VLAN 1. Okay, for example, on VLAN 1 ASW1, on VLAN 1 IP address subnet mask default gateway. Interface VLAN 1 IP address 10 11 48 98 25 25 25 240. Shutdown. Exit IP default gateway 10 11 48 97. And from host C ping 97 sorry 98. Okay, ping the IP address of the switch 98. 97 is the default gateway. Okay, very nice. Repeat to be sure. Very good. So you can configure the switches like switch ASW1